get started.
I'm just picking up a mobile order for Katie. So the roofers are still at my parents' house. They were supposed to be done a few days ago. They ended up running out of materials. Now they're behind schedule, and it was so loud that I was like, I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that. So we're gonna get some Starbucks and we'll go find an empty parking lot somewhere and we'll chat there. I'm gonna like scarf down this bagel first because I'm starving. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you can't hear whatever that noise is. I just can't escape it. Does anyone else like insist on drinking frozen drinks even when it's freezing and like 30 degrees out? Gosh, what is that noise? Okay, I moved to the other side of the parking lot to try and get away from the noise. I don't know if that helped or not. I know a lot of you are probably gonna comment saying, we didn't even notice it. I'm gonna notice it when I'm editing. This is gonna be the most chaotic intro to a video ever. So let's just get started. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Katie. I'm an author and an editor. I have 5 books out currently. My 6th book comes out December 7th. It's called Wicked Souls. And today I wanted to talk about, oh my god, a car just pulled up right next to me. That's so awkward. Of the like 50 spots in that parking lot, that person pulled up right next to me, and then I look over and they're pulling out their lunch and they were just gonna sit there. And I didn't want to sit there and try and film this whole thing awkwardly with them right beside me, so we moved. Again, okay. Let's get started. I wanted to talk about next year. We're going to talk about my goals for next year, my plans for next year, publishing, writing, everything 2022. And thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. We'll chat more about them in just a second. I do one of these videos pretty much every year. I find it helpful to be able to look back on. I find it helpful to compile this list before the year so I can kind of set an intention and keep myself accountable. So yeah, I have quite a few notes. I've got a nice little list. I'd love to hear what some of your goals are for next year down below in the comments. Or how did 2021 go for you, writing wise, publishing wise? Did you accomplish all the things that you wanted to accomplish? I feel like that's a whole other topic if I went back through the goals that I set for this year, because I know for a fact I did not end up following the plan that I set for myself. But yeah, like I said, this video is being sponsored by Ana Luisa, which if you're not familiar with them, they are a jewelry company, and there's like a 90% chance if you've asked me where a certain piece of jewelry is from, that it's from them. So this is perfect timing too if you're doing any holiday shopping or anything, because they're having an amazing Black Friday sale right now. I actually think this is the biggest sale I've ever seen from them, so definitely go check them out if you're looking to get your mom a gift or a sister, girlfriend, anyone who likes jewelry. A lot of the things that I wear every single day are there and on sale, like up to like 60% off. They're like crazy sales, and their jewelry is such high quality and sustainable. They're basically made from all of the same materials as designer, really expensive pieces, but they're much more affordable. This necklace is from them, my rings are from them, my earrings are from them. Literally the majority of the jewelry that I wear is from them, and I think it's such high quality. It's lasted me for so long, and I can't recommend them enough. So definitely check out their info down below in the description. Like I said, they have that huge sale going on right now. And let's just get started with today's video. Maybe I should take these off. I'm hoping it's not like too bright in here. I can't really tell. My hair is a mess, my car is a mess. This video is just gonna be chaotic, but I feel like that's a good omen for the year. It can only go up from here. I mean, honestly, 2021 was a really good year for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's gone, I feel like at the end of every year I say that this year's gone by so quickly, like time has really flown, and it has like every year, but this year in particular I feel like has just flown by more than ever. Like, I don't even know what happened. I blinked and 2020 was gone, and now 2021 is gone. I feel like I've just been in this kind of limbo, and time has just been passing me by so quickly. Yeah, I did post a video kind of recently going over how 2021 went for me, how working for myself has gone for me this year. If you're interested, I'll have that link down below. This has been my first full year of working completely for myself full time. So I feel like I had a lot of apprehension for this year because it was so new to me. It was my first time working for myself the whole time. I didn't have all of these other income streams to fall back on. So I really was going into this year with a lot of uncertainty, not knowing how it was going to turn out. I thought I was going to be really stressed about that, and I thought I was going to be worried about that, and that might like come up with some challenges. And I know I'm like incredibly privileged to be able to say that like it didn't even occur to me. Actually, it never became an issue, it never became a challenge, and so half the time I just like forgot that I was even worried about that to begin with. So this coming year, actually, I feel like in most of these goal videos people are like talking about how they want to accomplish all of these things and they want to improve in their career and they want to grow in all of these things, and I'm so freaking career focused. I always have been, and I feel like my career is my strong suit. It's where I've gone the furthest in my life so far. It's definitely what I focused on the most. So actually this coming year I'm trying to let my career take a little more of a back seat because I focus on it so much that I feel like I neglect other parts of my life. So this coming year, the goals I'm going to be sharing with you have to do with my career, obviously, because I think that's what you guys are the most interested in hearing me talking about. But overall, I feel like my goal for 2022 is to stop focusing on my career so much at the expense of other parts of my life. With that said though, let's get into the career goals. So for 2022, in 2021, I published 3 books, which was a lot. I published The Anti-Relationship Year, The Marionettes, and then Wicked Souls is coming out in December. And so publishing 3 books was a lot. And so for next year, I'm planning on publishing 2. We'll get into it with some further down bullet points how that might change. But the 2 books I'm definitely hoping to publish in 2022 are book 3 for The Marionettes, which is called Bloodless Ties. Have I done the cover reveal yet? If I have, I'll put it on the screen. I don't think I have yet. If you're subscribed to my newsletter, you've seen it though. And then I'm also hoping to publish this standalone romance that I wrote this year and I haven't touched since, and I'm hoping to get back to it. I haven't revealed much on that, but I do have a video going up on my Patreon page in December about the whole behind the scenes process of designing that cover. So Bloodless Ties and this standalone, I already have the covers for both of them. We have that out of the way. We don't have to wait for those. I have a rough draft of this standalone that I need to revise still, and then Bloodless Ties, I'm currently writing the rough draft of. So these 2 are the things that I definitely want to publish in 2022. I actually have a release date set for Bloodless Ties now, November 15th, and I'm really hoping that the standalone will come out in the summertime. I feel like it's a summer book, so that would be ideal, but we'll see if it's ready in time. You're just gonna have to excuse the hair. It's like 90% dry shampoo right now. Also, in regards to books I want to be working on next year, I really want to get back to writing Gracie's book. If you've been following my nighttime writing vlogs, that was a book that I started writing. I wrote about 10,000 words for, and then I ended up having to put it on pause because I was trying to finish Wicked Souls. So I have about 10,000 words of it. I have a lot of notes for it. I have a pretty good outline for it. So at some point I really want to get back to that. I don't know if I'll end up publishing it next year, but I would love to get at least a completed draft of it. Gracie is a character who was introduced in the Anti-Relationship Year. And this is something I've talked about on my Patreon, but I haven't really gone in depth on my decision process with this. So if you want to talk about it, we could talk about it later. Gracie, like I said, was introduced in the Anti-Relationship Year, which is the 2nd book in my Pact series. However, if I end up publishing Gracie's book, I've pretty much decided I'm going to brand it and market it as a standalone instead of the 3rd book in the Pact series. So it wouldn't follow those title constructions. It wouldn't be a part of that series. It wouldn't have a similar cover. It would be its own thing. And that would be another like new adult romance. Gracie is a freshman in college in the Anti-Relationship Year, and this book follows her after she's graduated. And the next thing on my list is hopefully figure out how many books the Marionettes series will end up being. I keep saying, everyone keeps asking me how many books are there going to be. I don't freaking know. At first I thought there were going to be 4 books and I got 4 covers made, and now I'm thinking the series might end up being longer. I think I'll be able to figure it out once I finish writing the rough draft of book 3. I think that'll answer a lot of questions for me. So I really want to figure out how many books it's going to be because I really don't know. At least 4, possibly 5, possibly more. So I'm hoping to figure that out next year. Also, this is good timing because I think this video is going up on the 29th. I want to move my Pact books into Kindle Unlimited, and the day that you're watching this, the 29th, I think I just did. So if you want to read my first 2 books, The Anti-Virginity Pact and The Anti-Relationship Year, they should be in Kindle Unlimited now. So again, there's a lot of reasoning that we could discuss about that. If you're interested, I did kind of talk about that on my Patreon page also, but that's something in the new year we're gonna try. I'm putting more books into Kindle Unlimited and we're just kind of experimenting with that. So far I've been a wide author, and then I ended up releasing the Marionettes into Kindle Unlimited as an experiment, and it performed so well in Kindle Unlimited. And I've just heard so many other authors give advice against Kindle Unlimited and they had such a bad experience with it, and so I kind of took that as like, oh, I shouldn't do that. And I think one thing that I've really learned with self-publishing is you have to do what's right for you, and not everything fits everyone, because I tried it and it worked so well for me, like so well for me. That doesn't mean it's going to work well for everyone else, but you know, blindly listening to people who say it doesn't work when it did work for me, like that doesn't make any sense. So another thing this year, don't blindly listen to other people's advice. You're never going to know if it works for you unless you try it out yourself. We're moving the Pact books into Kindle Unlimited. I also really want to improve my newsletter this year. There's like a couple of different sides of that. Like I want to send them out more regularly. I want to offer good quality content in them. I want to grow my newsletter list. I want to update my onboarding sequences, so like you get welcome emails depending on how you've subscribed to my newsletter. Leading up to this most recent book release, Wicked Souls, I've been sending out a newsletter every other week on Tuesday with something special in it, a surprise in it. And I think, I mean, let me know down below in the comments if you're subscribed to my newsletter, if you've enjoyed this. It seems like people have really enjoyed this. The first Tuesday I sent out a bonus scene that you can't get anywhere else but my newsletter, and it's from the love interest point of view from the Marionette series. The second one one was an early cover reveal for book 3. The third one was a sneak peek so you could start reading the first chapter of Wicked Souls early. And it's just been fun to send out these things, and I've really seen my open rates improve over the last couple of weeks because people are like anticipating the next email and they're wondering what the surprise is going to be. And that was just kind of fun to play around with my readers and kind of like build up the anticipation before Wicked Souls comes out. So I want to do more fun stuff like that and get people excited about my newsletters. So I definitely want to work on that, and then writing that bonus scene from Reed's point of view that I send out in the newsletter people seemed to like. So I think I kind of want to write some more fun bonus things like that. And now I have that bonus scene linked in the back matter of the books to encourage people to subscribe to the newsletter. So I want to do more stuff like that just because it's fun, and then also to help grow my newsletter list. If you read it, let me know what you thought. Did you like it? Maybe I'm the only one who liked it, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun. And the next thing, I feel like all of these have been like positive, exciting changes. This next one it's not bad, but talking about my audiobooks. So if you've been around for a while, I started making audiobooks I think last year. So I have one for the Anti-Virginity Pact, the Anti-Relationship Year, the Marionettes, and Wicked Souls is currently in production. And so I absolutely love my narrator for the Marionettes series, and I've loved working with her, but the audiobooks are so expensive. And I also do royalty share with her. So making back the money that I put into these audiobooks is really challenging and takes a long time. And so what I've tried to do is set up these pre-orders with the audiobook so people can pre-order the audiobook directly through me, so I can start chipping away at that narrator cost with like the full cost of the audiobook instead of that like $2 royalty with the rest of the money going in Amazon's pocket. So with the first book, this worked out really, really well. I had enough people pre-order it that it completely offset the cost of the audiobook. And so that kind of gave me hope that this was a method that was going to work for the future. So then I tried doing that with book 2, and book 2 is a lot longer for one thing. So it's a much more expensive audiobook. And then I also had a lot less interest in the pre-orders. I just had far fewer people pre-order book 2. Thank you so much if you did pre-order. I really, really appreciate that. I don't want to downplay that at all. Like, I appreciate you so much. But the audiobook is going to be around $800. And as of right now, when I'm filming this, we've raised around like $400, which is amazing. But that's still, you know, over $400 that I'm putting into this audiobook. And if we're chipping away at it with $2 royalties before I even make my money back, let alone make a profit on it. So as of right now, I'm not planning on making the audiobook for book 3 because I just can't put hundreds of dollars into book 2's audiobook, and then book 3 is going to be an even longer book, so it's going to be an even longer audiobook, so it would be even more money, like probably about $1,000 to get that audiobook made. And I just can't keep pouring hundreds and hundreds of dollars into these audiobooks knowing I'm never going to see a return on them. Like $1,000 audiobook, I'd have to sell like at least 500 copies of the audiobook to make that money back, and I have yet to sell that many copies of an audiobook. So it just doesn't seem realistic, and it just doesn't seem like a smart business decision to keep making these if this is not going to be profitable. So I'm really glad that we've made the audiobooks, and this has just kind of indicated to me that I really like audiobooks because I like listening to audiobooks, and I like having audiobooks for my books because I think they're cool. But maybe my audience isn't as excited about them as I am, which is okay. I'm glad that we have them for the first 2, and maybe we'll make the 3rd one down the line if things change and the series gets more popular and it seems like it might become more profitable in the future. But yeah, there just wasn't enough interest with book 2 this go around to justify continuing to do this. So if you missed all of my announcements ahead of time about the pre-order thing, if you want to pre-order book 2's audiobook and help, I'd love you forever. I'll have the link down below if you want to try and ensure that we get a 3rd audiobook, but right now it's not looking like we're gonna go in that direction next year, which is okay. We tried it, we enjoyed it. I'm glad that I have the ones that I do, but like I said, I can't keep pouring money into things that aren't smart business decisions. So next, if you saw my video talking about how 2021 went for me, I showed like 5 different pie charts kind of analyzing how my income has changed over the past 2 years-ish since I started my business to going full-time. And the one percentage I really want to focus on this coming year is my book income. It started off when the first year I started publishing at 10% of my income, and then it moved up to 20%, and then in this most recent report that I did, it was at 27%. So I would love to get my book income up to 33% in 2022, so 1/3 of my income is coming directly from book sales. Even if we don't get to 33%, I would just like to continue to see that upwards trajectory of it increasing each time I check. My only concern with this is I have fewer books coming out in 2022, potentially. If I only have 2 books coming out, if I have more space between releases, can I really expect to see that income continue to grow compared to a year where I had 3 books come out? We'll see. So stay tuned. We'll check in with that later. The next thing on my list, I am wavering back and forth on whether or not I want to publish my third poetry collection that I put together. If you missed it, I talked about this in a vlog over on my vlog channel. Also, I should have said this at the beginning. If you missed it, I have a second YouTube channel. It's just my name, Katie Wismer, and I've been posting daily vlogs over there in November for NaNoWriMo. So there's one almost every day in November. So if you like writing vlogs and you want to stay caught up on how Bloodless Ties has been going, because that's the book I've been writing this month, I have daily vlogs going up over on that second channel. But in one of the vlogs, I was talking about how I don't plan on publishing poetry anymore. So I won't get too much into why that is, because I talked about that in that vlog. I'll link it down below if you want to listen to it. But I basically was talking about how I didn't think I was gonna publish poetry anymore for a couple of different reasons, but I had a third collection put together and it was pretty much ready to publish, and then I decided last minute I wasn't gonna publish it after all. And so and then on that video, people were just so freaking nice, and there were so many nice comments, and people were so supportive about the poetry, and it just like made me stop. And I think it's so easy to get swept up in like the bad sides of publishing and the struggles and stuff, because a lot of times the negativity is a lot louder than the positivity. And just like seeing so many people who commented on those videos or direct messaged me after hearing that, telling me, you know, how much the poetry collections meant to them and how much they related to them, how they reread it every year, and it's just like really spoken to them. I don't know, it just like kind of made me pause and be like, I don't want to lose this. I love this connection that I have with my readers. I feel like we have such a strong connection, even more so through the poetry than the novels, because it's so personal, which is, you know, the downfall and the nice thing about it. So I'm kind of wavering back and forth on whether or not I'm gonna stand by that and not publish it, or if it will come out next year. I haven't decided yet, so this is kind of an up in the air bullet point. Like I said, it's pretty much done. I'm leaning towards maybe if I just like cut it down even more than I already did, and I cut out some of the more personal stuff, maybe then I would be more willing to publish it. But I also feel like the reason why people connect with the poetry so much is because it's so personal. So I don't know, I still gotta figure this out. This is something we are gonna have to think about this year. Another thing that I'm excited about for 2022 is I really want to start doing more live streams, like writing sprints and stuff with other writers and other author tubers. I kind of mentioned in a whim on one of my vlogs over on the Nano vlogs on the second channel, like, hey, if you want to come on a live sprint with me, because I've been doing them twice a week, let me know. And I had so much interest that I wasn't expecting, and I'm just so used to only doing them by myself, and it hadn't really occurred to me like this might be a lot more fun if you had other people on here. So I kind of want to put together a schedule and start bringing more people onto my channel or going onto other people's channels and sprinting with them. Yeah, that's just something I want to focus on this year. That's just something that I really enjoyed, and I like having that like community aspect, and I just thought that would be something that's super fun. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is putting together a schedule in like a spreadsheet and then just sharing it with everyone. And so then it'll like say the date and the time that I'm going to be live, and if you're available at that time, you can basically, it's like a sign up form, and you can put your name in and your channel, and you can just sign up for whatever date and time works for you. Something like that is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Another thing that I would love for 2022 is I want to, at the very least, maintain my income that I made this year or increase that. Like I was saying, this first year being my first time being full-time working for myself, I didn't really know what my income was gonna look like, because although I was making more money from the streams of income that I have now, I also lost a lot of streams of income because I wasn't nannying anymore, I wasn't teaching anymore, I didn't have all of these other things coming in. So in addition to like having to earn enough to replace those, you know, I'd have to like earn even more to see my income grow, and I'm surprised that it actually did increase this year a little bit. So next year, now that I have like a baseline, I don't know if this is making any sense, but now that I have this year's, you know, income that was just from these streams of income, we'll have the same streams to compare to in 2022, if that makes sense. So I'll be interested to see if it grows from there. Another thing I want to do is stop focusing or wasting my energy and my time on social medias that I don't like and that I don't care about, and focus on the ones that I do. I've been stretching myself a little bit too thin, and I have all of these different social media accounts, and there's some that I just like genuinely don't like, or there's just some that I like more than others. So like TikTok, for example, I've been really enjoying. I find that really fun. I've also found it to be the most successful with converting into book sales. So I want to focus more on TikTok. I want to post there more consistently. I think I'm around 5,000 followers right now, and I started it like a few months ago, so I've grown pretty quickly by my standards. So I'd love to get to like 10,000 next year. Not that like the numbers really matter, I don't really care about my follower count, but it's just like an easy way to gauge things. So mostly I want to focus on posting consistently and continuing to find new readers over there, but if we could get to 10,000 followers, that would be amazing. Other ones, I've pretty much completely stopped posting on Twitter. I never go on there. I don't really like Facebook. I don't really use it that much. I don't even like Instagram. I like posting on my stories, but I don't like posting on my feed. So, and then I like YouTube. So I've decided this year I'm just gonna kind of pull back from the ones that I'm not enjoying, and it's not like improving my life in any way. I just focus on the ones that I am actually enjoying. Another thing, I want to try and market my backlist titles some more. I find it easy to like get so hyper focused on new releases. Like I've been so focused on the Marionettes series this year that I've just kind of forgotten about all of my other books. So I just want to try and give them a little more love this year, breathe some more life into this series, which is why I do have some fun things planned for the pack series. And we'll see about the poetry collections. We'll see what we do. Something small, I've been saying this for a while. I'd love to get some character art from a Marionette series, and I just like haven't found an artist that I want to work with yet. I think that would be something kind of cool though to try out this year. As I was saying at the beginning, overall better balance in my life. So instead of, I feel like I get so hyper focused on my career, and I just, obviously that's important and I do want to see that grow, and I do want to keep focusing on that this coming year, but I really just want to take a step back and slow down a little bit, and I don't know, spend some more time with myself, spend some more time with the people that I love, prioritize human to human relationships more than through a screen, which has been hard with the pandemic, but I'm hopeful this year that I'll be able to travel and go see my friends, and we're talking about maybe planning a summer trip and like going somewhere together. Yeah, I just want to stop being such a workaholic. I say this every year and I never manage to do it, and I don't know why I think 2022 is going to be any different, but I'm determined. I feel like I just need to come up with a good plan. That's what I need. If any of you are also workaholics, if you have any advice for me, let me know. I struggle with it. And then the last thing on my list is I want to fall back in love with YouTube and reading. I feel like because I spend so much time writing my own books, but then also because I spend so much time reading my client books for my editing clients, I have read basically nothing this year. I swear the only thing that has kept me reading is the book club that I run over on my Patreon page, because we read a book a month. If I did not have that, I probably wouldn't have read like anything this year. This has been my lowest reading year I have seen since I started tracking my reading, since like 2013. I've read basically nothing. I read like one book a month, which is our book club book. And I'm just like not excited about books. I haven't been like anticipating anything. I haven't really been enjoying reading, and it's just, that has been like my biggest hobby and my biggest passion and my biggest love for the longest time, and I'm really sad that I've lost it. I think it really has just been like me being super stressed and too focused on like work and everything. So I think we could get it back, but I also feel like I was trying to read books that I would have loved before, but just like aren't really my genre of choice now. So I feel like maybe I need to be reading different things. But yeah, I really want to get back into reading and actually enjoy it. And then I also feel like I've lost my love for YouTube quite a bit. If you've noticed, I used to post like 10 videos a month, and now I'm down to like 3 videos a month, with the exception of November because I've been posting a video every day. I think the pandemic went into that a lot, of just like all of my days looked the same. I didn't leave the house. There wasn't much to talk about. I say that I post 3 videos a month, but then I also post several a month on Patreon, and then I have my vlog channel and stuff. So I have been making quite a bit of content, and maybe that's why I've fallen out of love with it, is I've like been spreading myself too thin of trying to like create all of this content. But I just used to really enjoy YouTube, and now I feel like it's just something that, I don't know. I don't really know. I've fallen kind of into a rut with it. But like I said, I've been doing those live streams to work with people during the afternoons, and that's the first thing I've been like excited about in a while. That's been fun. I've been enjoying working with people during the afternoon and just getting to chat with you guys while I work. So yeah, that's my list. I would love to hear down below in the comments what some of your goals are for 2022. Yeah, I'll have links to everything that I talked about down below in the description. Make sure to check out that link for Ana Luisa if you want to check out their sale before it's gone. I think it's coming to the very end here, so definitely jump in there, grab your deals before they're gone, especially if you need to get some last minute holiday shopping in. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fabulous day. Wicked Souls comes out next week, I think. So if you want to pre-order, we're getting super close to the release. I'll have all those links down below. Maybe give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I will just see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Bye.
Nah.